Okay, so the fourth critical marketing mistake that chiropractors make is that you are speaking gibberish. In 2005, I was on my way to Kyrgyzstan for an emergency deployment, and we had to stop in Frankfurt, Germany for a 24-hour layover. Dude, I was so excited to go explore the city, and as soon as I checked into my hotel, I asked the clerk to call me a cab. So one of the staff sergeants that was sitting nearby, he's like, "Hey, airman, I'll take you downtown." So I hopped in his car, and boom, we are cruising down the road, heading to downtown Frankfurt, Germany. Now, after 10 hours of exploring the city, I was extremely exhausted, hot, and I was dying of thirst. And suddenly, I was approached by this young woman with piercing blue eyes, but I didn't understand a single word that she was saying. So I looked at her with a very confused look on my face, which just only aggravated the young woman, who became more and more frustrated with me as she pointed at a door. And I thought to myself, maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I offended this woman. And I said, "I don't understand what you're saying." But my words fell on deaf ears because the woman continued to speak louder and louder, pointing at a door. And suddenly an elderly man approached. He put his hand on my shoulder and he said, "She is inviting you into her shop for food and water." You see, this woman could see that I was hot and thirsty, probably pretty hungry, and she knew that she could solve my problem. However, she was speaking a very different language. Her solution was to speak louder and louder, and she got more and more frustrated. And guess what, docs? This is exactly what you're doing in your practice. You are speaking to your perfect patient and telling them about your products or services. But your perfect patient doesn't understand what you're saying because you're speaking the wrong language. And you could have the perfect solution to your patient's problem. You could have the most irresistible offer ever, the best treatment protocol, the greatest staff, the best equipment. If your patient doesn't understand that your offer can solve their problem, they are never going to buy it. You need to learn to speak the language of your perfect patient. And this is a concept that I discovered inside of Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz. And it's the secret to help you identify what your perfect patient wants to hear, see, and understand so they are excited to buy from you. And it's called the 5 levels of awareness. And understanding this concept is the secret to effective communication with your perfect patient.